effect until 1 p.m.
Ground confirmation from fire department.
It's County Road
Volunteer.
71 and 101 south of the airport.
What's on? Oh, they're up right now? Y'all are up right now.
Oh, we are live on air. That is correct. All right. Hey, we're talking about a tornado warning that's in effect as of right now. Sorry to break into your normal programming. As of right now, the tornado is in effect until 1 p.m. So right now, this cell that's in the pink polygon, if you're located in this pink polygon, it's moving eastward. So we're talking 90. It's getting close to Eagle Lake. If you're in the path of this storm, we need you guys to take cover. If you're located in this pink polygon, we need you guys to take cover as of right now. So National Weather Service has issued this tornado warning in effect until 1 p.m. We're seeing pretty tight rotation and ground confirmation already with this. So wanted to zoom in and see what's going on with velocity. So we take a look at velocity because it's showing winds, and this is a good indication that we have rotation going on. Whenever you have green and red closely together. Blake is also manning radar right now, so he's going to be helping me out here. He just circled that green and red location. This is where we're likely seeing the tornado on the ground. So again, it's pushing to the east. We already have ground confirmation from a volunteer out in the fire department in that region. So if you are located in Eagle Lake, hey Blake, can we put a tracker and see what cities are in the path of this storm as of right now? This is just one of the several tornado warnings that we have had in effect throughout this morning. This one in particular already has ground confirmation, and we're tracking it right now. So listen up if you live in Eagle Lake. It is 12:30 p.m. right now, and it's a slow-moving system. So we're talking close to 12:45 p.m. for it to be getting into your area. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground, and then as it continues to push eastward, Chesterville, you're in the path of this storm. If this storm does hold together, it will be crossing through your area. So if we can take a look at what highways we should really be focused in on, or any county roads in this area, it's sandwiched in between 10 and 90 in this area. So that's Katy Freeway, that's I-10 moving through Columbus. It's taking a little bit of a southeast south type of projection there. Here's where we see the rotation as of right now. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this name. I'm gonna guess Altair. If you're located in Altair, or if I'm mispronouncing the name of your city, please do look at the screen. If you have any loved one in this area, it is pushing through 90 as of right now.
Hey,
this
Erica.
is where we're seeing some ground confirmation.
Just
What's up,
real
Blake?
quick, the report that we're getting from the National Weather Service here is this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is going to be near County Road 71 and 101 south of the airport. And the airport we're referring to there is in Columbus. So again, this tornado warning in effect for Wharton and Colorado counties. This is the same area that we saw a tornado earlier, not necessarily confirmed. We had a tornado warning earlier for Colorado County, but this is a different cell. But this one, what's different is that this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. So those of you watching from southern Colorado County and northern Wharton County, this is for County Road 71 and 101, which is south of the airport. And this tornado is on the ground moving east at about 15 miles per hour. So that's going to be where it's at, Erica, at this time. And you can see very, very strong rotation on the radar.
Yeah, so cities that should really take cover as of right now, and pretty much anyone in this pink polygon. This is why we have this polygon, and the National Weather Service lets you know, if you are in this polygon, you need to take cover when there is a tornado warning. So as of right now, we do not only have a tornado warning that's active just north of that, severe thunderstorm warning, lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning with this. Here's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 1 p.m. as well. This is moving through Kenny as of right now. It's pushing to the north-northeast. But obviously the big story, if you're just tuning in to this live coverage, we apologize for breaking into your daily programming, but this is a life or death situation with a confirmed tornado on the ground, and it is still on the ground. Moving to the east-southeast, We have the majority of the rotation pushing through 90 right now. I think Eagle Lake should be our next concern as it continues to cross through 90. We have had already a volunteer at a fire department out in the Columbus area, which is where this storm first was confirmed. We had reports coming out of Columbus that there was an actual tornado on the ground, and that is still continuing to the push to the east-southeast. So it's all a part of a big picture, which is a large system which is sliding eastward, and this is why this afternoon it's going to be active for us here in southeast Texas. All right.
Real quick, Erica,
What's up?
hate to step on you here. This cell that we're looking at in Austin County, this is going to be just to the north of Belleville. This could be the next one that goes tornadic. It's starting to look very suspicious, and the National Weather Service is saying that they are monitoring very, very closely, and you could see that looks like maybe a little couplet trying to develop there just to the west and southwest of Belleville. You can see those reds and greens beginning to come together there. Again, no tornado warning for this particular cell as of right now, but those of you in Austin County north of Belleville, you need to be watching this cell very, very carefully. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Austin County until about 1:15 or so. So we're going to, this is going to be the cell that we're going to watch very carefully over the course of the next couple of minutes. Of course, we've had several tornado warnings today. The main primary threat here, again, Erica, is going to be down towards Colorado and Wharton County. Now, the confirmed tornado that was on the ground was a few minutes ago. Now, the nature of tornadoes in southeast Texas are they don't stay on the ground very long. So we're not sure if this tornado is still on the ground. It was at one point. It was spotted just south of the Columbus Airport on County Road 71, just south of 101.
All right, so we'll make sure to give you guys updates if any further reports come in. But, you know, Blake, this is kind of worrying me that this may be the trend throughout this afternoon, especially as we get in the later part of the afternoon. We're talking about daytime heating. We're talking about a little bit of breaks in the clouds. That's going to allow for temperatures to get warmer. That's going to allow for some of these supercells to get stronger. So it's something you really want to stay weather aware of throughout today and even into the overnight hours. Models are still keeping us busy. Here's the severe thunderstorm warning if you're located in this yellow polygon. So what the yellow polygon means, we're not seeing rotation with this, but we are starting to see a little bit of signature of some reds and greens. Remember, we were mentioning whenever we see red and green together, that's showing that we have winds going towards and away from the radar, which helps us kind of depict, are we seeing any rotation in this specific thunderstorm? National Weather Service is keeping a close eye on that storm. We are as well, in case it does turn tornadic. So light rain is primarily what we're seeing across downtown Houston, but it is lunch hour. So that means the roads are slick. Please drive safe out there. The strongest of the storms are just north of downtown right now. And west also. Lots of heavy rain pushing through Cleveland as of right now. If we head just north of Conroe, this is where we have some heavy ongoing rain. Non-severe does not mean we can't pick up some small hail, gusty winds, heavy rain. Can't rule out a little bit of ponding on the roadways throughout today as this continues to be the picture. But again, I would say the core storms with still an active tornado warning that's in effect until 1:30 p.m. This is moving along just north of 90, just south of I-10. We did have a confirmed tornado with this, with spotters out in Columbus, in the Columbus Airport, just south of the airport. We are seeing a lot of hail, though, on our hail tracker. When we talk about hail as large as 2 inches in diameter, that's going to cause some damage, all right? So these storms are moving westward. Keep that in mind if you're tuning in from Houston. These storms have a history of producing hail. Put your car somewhere safe, okay? Make sure you bring the plants in because these storms are heading east into our neck of the woods in downtown Houston. But right now we're focusing in around Eagle Lake. Tornado warning in effect still until 1 p.m. Lightning still associated with that. We're still seeing rotation signatures with this system. And as of right now, it's the only storm in our viewing area that has the possibility of turning tornadic. It's staying to the east and south of I-10. So if you live along I-10 or north of I-10, as of right now, I don't think we're really of concern. And then once we get through these storms here, those are trekking to the north. East,
Erica, really quickly, just getting word here from the National Weather Service, confirmed funnel cloud now in Austin County. Okay, we're getting another update here. They are going to continue the tornado warning until 1 o'clock. A confirmed tornado was located near Eagle Lake, moving east at 15 miles an hour. So apparently this tornado is still on the ground just to the west of Eagle Lake. So if you are in Eagle Lake, it is time to seek shelter, and seek shelter immediately. One of the things that you're going to want to do is stay as low to the ground as possible. Put as many walls between you and the outside of your home as possible. If you have a bicycle helmet or a motorcycle helmet, go ahead and strap that bad boy on, and again, stay as low to the ground and away from windows as this confirmed tornado remains on the ground. Now, this was sighted just south of the Columbus airport about 15 minutes ago, and apparently has not lifted yet. We'll continue to keep you updated, Erica, but this is one of two cells that we're watching very carefully. The other one is going to be up in Austin County, where apparently just now there is a confirmed funnel cloud up in Austin County. So we have a tornado on the ground in Colorado moving into Wharton County, and a funnel cloud up in Austin County.
All right, so it is just the beginning of what's going to be an active afternoon here in southeast Texas. We have one active severe thunderstorm warning, one active tornado warning. Here's where the tornado warning is, where we are seeing reports of it still being on the ground. First report was out of Columbus, then trekking to the east-southeast. Now we're seeing rotation where we have greens and reds on velocity. That's indicating winds are going towards and away from the radar, showing us a tight rotation signature. Just west of Eagle Lake, like Blake mentioned, you want to take cover if you're in this pink polygon. As a matter of fact, if you are even anywhere east of this pink polygon, so let's talk about 290 and kind of see what other cities should be of concern here. Rainier Junction, you are in this pink polygon. Also, please do take cover. Rainier Junction, you are in this pink polygon. Also, please do take cover. We're talking Chesterville, not in the pink polygon, but again, these storms are moving eastward, so it's something you really want to keep in mind. Heavy rain also associated with this. We're talking lightning that has been on and off. Looks like our signatures for lightning has dwindled down, so that's good news as that has lessened. Let's hope that's a sign that the storm is weakening, but we still have ground confirmation that this tornado is on the ground.
And you know, Erica, one thing to point out here is that the general motion of these storms is to the northeast, but if you look very carefully at the radar, you'll notice that this particular storm has taken a right or a slight east-southeast movement, and that is what we call a right-hand mover. And what's interesting about that is when you have a right-hand moving storm to the general flow, which in this case is to the north and east, so if it's moving from the bottom left corner of your TV screen to the top right corner of your screen, that's moving to the northeast. Notice that this particular cell is moving almost due east, if not maybe a little south of due east. And sometimes these storms become so intense that they create their own environment around them, and they can kind of move independently of the upper level flow. And when we see that, which we're seeing in this situation here, we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground heading in the general direction of Eagle Lake. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that the nature of tornadoes in southeast Texas is for them to be short-lived. Sometimes they touch down, they're on the ground for 1 or 2 minutes, and they're gone. We don't have the type of environment that you would see in Mississippi or Alabama or Oklahoma or Kansas, where you get these violent, long-lived tornadoes that stay on the ground for 100 miles or more. Our type of environment is a very maritime environment. It means the atmosphere just cannot support that kind of violent tornadic TVS, a tornado vortex signature. But in this case, what's different is that apparently this tornado may still be on the ground and has been for the last 15 minutes or so. So again, I can't stress enough, those of you in Eagle Lake, it is time to seek shelter immediately. Take your cell phone, download the app, khou.com, and you can still stream us live on your cell phone, so you don't have to necessarily be in front of the TV to still get this warning. Stay as low to the ground as possible. If you are in a mobile home, you may want to abandon that. Find a ditch, and by all means, do not get in your vehicle. That is the absolute worst thing you can do, is try to outrun a tornado, especially one that may be rain-wrapped. So again, tornado warning in effect for Colorado and Wharton counties, and we're also going to continue to watch this cell up here in Austin County, just to the west of Belleville. I don't want to forget you guys. I want you to notice two things, and Erica, you can show them this. The lightning Look at the lightning in that storm versus the one down in Colorado and Wharton counties.
Yeah, this storm is just intensifying. As a matter of fact, the tornadic storm, that is weakening a little bit in terms of what we're seeing energy-wise with lightning. But this one, noticed in the last couple of scans on radar, it's just strengthened. So this is likely producing a lot of heavy rain, also lightning strikes. So you definitely want to take cover. We're not seeing rotation as of right now. As a matter of fact, when you just popped up velocity, I didn't see that much in terms of a signature, what we were keeping a close eye on. So as of right now, heavy rain, hail, lightning, that's our main concern if you're out in Belleville right now. Now south of that, south of I-10, this is our biggest issue right here. Now it's 12:51. If you're just tuning in to KHOU and we're ruining your daily programming, there's a reason why. There's an active tornado and confirmed tornado on the ground. So this is a life or death situation. If you have any friends, loved ones that live in Eagle Lake, please do make sure that you take cover. If not, that your loved ones are taking cover, make sure they are in their safe spot. It's a very rural area, but we still have lots of homes in this region around Eagle Lake and folks that live in there. So we need to keep their lives safe, okay? We have confirmation that this tornado has been on the ground from Columbus. Another report close to Eagle Lake, west of Eagle Lake. We do not know if it has been on the ground the entire time, but that time span is about a 15 to 20 minute time span. It has the possibility that this tornado has been on the ground. We do not know how strong or how large it is as of right now, but it does not matter. Either way, it's damaging, and either way, it can be deadly, which is why we cannot stress enough this pink polygon. If you are in it, please do take cover as of right now. This storm is mainly moving to the east now, so if you're south of I-10, I don't think you should really pretty much sandwich between I-10 and 90, but notice it's now impacting at least the heavy rain parts just along I-90. East Bernard is possibly an area that you really want to watch this storm if you're tuning in on this Friday afternoon, because this cell in particular has already the history of producing a tornado. Lots of activity, kind of want to regroup. It is a busy, busy weather day. We have a large area of low pressure in the upper levels of our atmosphere, lots of moisture to work with. We have lots of instability. As a matter of fact, we're heading into the afternoon. We have some daytime heating that could keep these storms on the strong to severe side. So we're really keeping a close eye on. All right, might see a little bit of circulation with a couple of these cells. Waller's name is popping up yet again in our area. Heavy rain, we have a strong thunderstorm in that region. We're watching that. Notice, though, in the last couple of scans, that storm has weakened a little bit lightning-wise. But again, these storms do have the possibility of seeing some rotation. As of right now, those two cells, not warned, so not a concern as of right now. This thunderstorm warning is only a concern around Belleville because of the fact that we are seeing large hail, heavy rain, and the National Weather Service is mentioning that this is our secondary storm where we could have some of that rotation now popping up. So what we have here, Blake is manning the radar. Blake is doing a great job at helping me out, so thank you, Blake. And we are seeing a little bit of rotation. So lots going on here. It's a little complicated. You see reds and greens, right? Green means winds going towards the radar. Reds means winds are going away from the radar. Whenever we see those two together very, very closely like that, that's indicating we're seeing a little bit of rotation within that storm.
Hey, Erica. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there. I'm just sending out a asking a question to the National Weather Service about this cell here in Austin County. What we're looking at here is Belleville, and we're noticing a couple of storms beginning to show signs of rotation. Now, the storm I was showing you just a moment ago, so there's three of them that we're concerned about that you and I have been watching here over the last couple of minutes. So I'm going to zoom out, and there's three of them, and you can see one near Waller, the other one near Belleville. That one has a severe thunderstorm warning on it until 1 o'clock, and the other one is going to be down here in Colorado and Wharton counties. The tornado warning you see there in the pink polygon is a confirmed tornado. At least it was as of about 15 minutes ago. Now, so let's start off. Maybe you could show them, Erica. Let's walk through the rotation here regarding the one here in Northwest Harris County. You see that little blob right there in Waller, just to the east of Waller.
Yeah, it's small. It's not very distinct, but it still could be the start of what could intensify. Remember, here's what Blake's talking about. Notice in the last couple of scans, actually, you see more grays and then greens popping up along with the red. And when we see reds that are kind of highlighted and brightened, that's rotation within that storm. So there's so many things that are going on right now. So just because these are not warned, National Weather Service is very, very busy right now. So, you know, don't be alarmed if this does become a warned storm. It's actually intensifying there, Blake.
It certainly looks like it is, yeah. So the National Weather Service has just chimed in on that, and it appears, sorry, just getting, okay, so we're getting some information here. I cannot, it's okay, it's not confirmed yet, so I can't tell you over the air. Why don't you come take a look, and we'll continue to talk about this particular one. This is going to be just to the south of Waller, just to the east of Waller, actually, getting ready to push into extreme southern portions of Grimes County into western Montgomery County. And so we're going to watch this one very, very closely as this continues to push to the east-northeast. Now, this is one of 3 cells that we continue to watch, one of which continues to have a tornado on the ground. Now, the one in Waller County is not confirmed, so we're going to continue to keep a very close eye on that one. The second cell that we're watching is going to be out here in Austin County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning until 1 o'clock. We're starting to see some signs that the rotation is beginning to pick up with this one as well, just to the west of the town of Belleville. So if you are in Belleville, you need to be watching this very carefully. You see that red and green coming together, that little couplet. That's what we call gate-to-gate shear. And when you see that, that's usually an indication that rotation is beginning to pick up. The other one that we're going to continue to watch is the one that we know is on the ground, and this one, as of about 15 minutes ago, is just to the west of Eagle Lake, moving very, very slowly towards Raynor Junction and the town of Eagle Lake, and we're noticing that the lightning is beginning to pick up a little bit in intensity with this particular cell. Now, the rotation to me, Erica, appears to be unraveling a little bit, but something that we're going to continue to watch very carefully.
All right, Blake, is there any word if this is going to expire, the tornado warning that's currently in effect?
Well, it's certainly going to expire at some point. I don't know whether or not they'll reissue it, but that's something we'll continue to watch with the National Weather Service here.
All right, cool. We have reports coming in of still a lot of rotation going on with this. So, you know, our producers are asking if this is going to expire. To answer your question, we, as of right now, do not know. There's no confirmation of what's going on with this storm, but we are seeing we are still seeing an active tornado warning that's in effect right now until 1 p.m. There's no words of it expiring, and there's no word of them extending it. Okay, but we are still seeing that circulation is tight with this. If you're in this pink polygon, it's moving eastward. We have not only rotation that's been ongoing and a confirmed tornado on the ground with this cell. Looks like, Blake, and also our producer, looks like they may expire this warning, correct me if I'm wrong, because of the fact that they included a severe thunderstorm warning polygon east of that. So that rotation may be weakening a little bit, and once this expires at 1 p.m., I think we'll just be talking about a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, the other one that has now caught my attention and the attention of the National Weather Service, I'm very concerned about this cell in northwest Harris County moving into extreme eastern Waller County and eventually moving into west-southwest Montgomery County. So those of you in Stagecoach, Magnolia, eastern Waller County, and extreme northwest Harris County, you're going to want to watch this cell very, very, very carefully. I can't stress that enough, and there's a reason why I'm saying that, and you can see just how robust now we're seeing a little bit of rotation beginning to spin up here just to the east of Waller, just getting ready to cross over extreme southeastern portions of Waller County and eventually moving into Montgomery County. So those of you watching from Stagecoach, Magnolia, you're going to want to watch this one carefully. We may have a warning coming out on this one very shortly. And again, this is unconfirmed, but the rotation appears to be picking up, and we may very well see a tornado warning coming in on this cell any moment.
All right, let's see if that warning has expired at 1 p.m. If you wouldn't mind zooming over close to Eagle Lake as of right now. If you're tuning in right now, we have an active Friday, busy weather day ongoing right now. The only active tornado warning has expired. There's only severe thunderstorm warnings, which we will keep you guys up to date on air and on KHOU. Please download the weather app, and we'll chat with you about this active weather day as the day progresses.
It's the little things, like being a couple of DIY machines. Stage Stores has gifts moms will love this Mother's Day, from home to style to beauty, all at prices that will make you smile. Our Stage community of stores. Little things mean everything.
Everyone is part of the family during exclusive Furniture's Friends and Family event. And today